Hello, today I'm just going to be making a quick test video here, sort of just going to test this camera setup, along with sort of just showing you guys my current tea setup. So today we're going to be brewing some of this 2016 Hidden Song from Crimson Lotus. I've been drinking it kind of on and off for a while. I'm trying to get a bit more familiar with Sheng, and I feel this is probably a good daily drinker. So I've been kind of trying to look into drinking it more recently. So I mean, I just have like a pretty good amount left. I've been kind of going through it. This is one of the smaller 200 gram cakes. So I'd say there's around 50 or 60 grams left, along with some that I've already sort of pre-broken into here. So we're just gonna open this up. So sort of show you. It's slightly broken up and maybe a bit hard to see with the camera. But it's got some nice greenish, sort of yellow looking leaves that were fairly easy to break up. I'm going to just get some bigger chunks here, go for around 4 grams. This is a 60 milliliter teapot, so I can get away with using smaller amounts of tea, along with still being able to get a really nice strong brew. So we're just going to try to get around 4. This fits in here nicely. Okay. 3.55 and then 4. I do have my water already boiled. I went for the highest I can. I usually don't have too much of a problem unless it's a certain Sheng Pu'erh that has a kind of stronger bitterness. Then I'd probably turn it down. But I found for this one it's really just nice and drinkable. So let me just put this on here, move this scale. And I have this newer tea boat that I'm using to sort of catch the water. This tea table here doesn't really have a tray, so I've kind of just resorted to using this, which I actually found is a bit easier and more simple. So if I were to recommend somebody a tea boat or a tea table, I would for sure pick a tea boat. Maybe not this exact same one, but one of them is similar that holds a good amount of water. Okay, so we're just going to give this a quick rinse here. Since it's the Sheng Pu'erh, I don't need to really be too crazy about rinsing. And actually this serving pitcher, I'm going to put it over here. I'm probably just going to be going directly into the cup. This cup is a really nice size as well. It fits probably almost the same volume as this teapot, along with not having it be filled up all the way. So just a quick rinse here, kind of get the leaves going. Nothing too crazy. I'll just give it a nice smell. Which is just always really awesome, Sheng Pu'erh. I find it does kind of smell sort of similar. So I'm trying to figure out like the differences between them. But I mean, it's just really grassy, sweet smelling. Almost like a bit perfumey, but not fake. So just like a nice floral flavor. And then really not worry about filling this up too high because of the tea boat. So we're just gonna get this going here. For a quick 20-second steep. And we can just pour this on top. And make sure that it's not clogged. Although this teapot does have a little internal strainer. The other two that I use don't. Although I still find they work pretty decent. It's probably good here. And also I only really pour the rinse over the top. I'm trying to not get into the habit of pouring water over it every time, as apparently it was supposed to keep the liquid and everything nice and heated up by pouring it over the top. But people have found that it actually kind of cools it down. So I don't really do it with the rinse to sort of get a nice stain going on my teapot. But technically, like brewing wise, it's just traditional to do, but there's actually no reason to really do it besides just having it look cool. So we're just going to take off the lid between the steep here. The leaves are already kind of really broken up. This cake isn't super compressed, but it's still fairly nice. So we're going to have a nice sip after I show. So yeah, a bit of sediment because I'm not using like a really fine strainer, which is fine. I usually don't have any problems drinking it or just kind of pouring it out after. It does also stay pretty hot because I'm not pouring into a pitcher. I'm just pouring directly into the cups. So hopefully it's drinkable now though. I'm gonna go for a sip. And it's just really nice. It's not like super thick with this first steep here, but it's for sure got this nice grassiness. Also, it's like pleasantly floral, like nothing overwhelming, like a jasmine. But it just has that nice green bite to it, which is for sure something I do enjoy in a Sheng Pu'erh. As long as it's not like overly bitter. This is actually a really good amount of tea for like a solo drinker. 60 milliliters with a slight bit displaced, along with just being able to re-steep it so many times. I'm gonna go for that second steep. And then, yeah, with this ratio here, so 4 grams to 60 milliliters, it's for sure something you can really steep out, especially for a tea like this. I guess Pu'erh in general, you can usually get a good amount. So with this ratio, I'd probably say 10, maybe 12, maybe get a bit bored after that, but I mean, that's a pretty good amount of steeps. But amount-wise, it's not crazy, because this teapot is pretty small. So we're just going to go for the second brew here and really kind of show what this tea's about. And then probably after this video, I'm going to finish it up. It's for sure just want them to be drinking on and off all day. So, just going to make sure. And then also one of the things really is the aftertaste. I'm sort of trying to still get that down. Which I find Sheng Pu'erh just has an awesome aftertaste. Sort of the idea to me is the aftertaste along with like the mouthfeel and like what you kind of feel after drinking the tea. Although the tea itself is still like really sweet and delicious when brewed right, I feel that all the other stuff matters quite a lot too. Although for other teas like Sheng Pu'erh, I'm not as picky. I'm trying to be a bit more picky with Sheng Pu'erh, as I feel it is a bit trickier to get into. So this is probably still a bit hot. I could probably manage to sip it. So I'm gonna let that cool down for a second to just show this tea boat. So there's a bit of liquid in here. It's not like super full, but it still has a bit of liquid in it. You can just dump here. Put this away. So I could wait for it to get a bit more full. But you just take it here and I guess you can pour it into your sink or something else. I'm just have this here because I'm a bit lazy. And you can just pour it away. And then it's good to go. Along with probably putting it upside down to dry overnight to make sure it doesn't mold or anything. But it's fairly easy to use. I feel like it makes things easier as opposed to like difficult having to dump a like tea tray or something like that. So for sure would recommend something like this or anything similar you could think of. Even a plate or a bowl would work as well. So we're just gonna finish up this tea here and call it a day. I'll at least comment out a little bit of me drinking. It for sure does get stronger on the second steep, like most Sheng Pu'erh. The leaves are kind of opening up a bit more. So we would say it's like pretty nice and floral on the steep. Probably a bit stronger, but still nothing too crazy. It's for sure really drinkable. It's a bit more thick, and then it also has a bit of savoriness. I've sort of been noticing that in certain Sheng Pu'erh. It's slightly more savory. So not crazy like a Japanese green tea or something. But it's kind of similar. Or sort of like a soy sauce, sort of umami flavor to it. I'm just going to be looking at drinking this tea pretty often to sort of get the taste down, along with a few others that I have that I could maybe do a comparison on. So I guess I have plenty of things to do for videos. So I'll see you guys in the next video.